Double 45 Universal Time Coordinated on the 24th of June, 2025. And a lot has been happening in the news this past weekend. So much has happened. And it's head spinning. But right now, if you've read the description, I'm doing a lot of praying. I think we all should be. And fortunately, there's a ceasefire, at least reported to be a ceasefire, between Israel and Iran. I think I know what the next steps should be, at least from the United States point of view. And I don't know whether the administration can do that. But I may mention it in a post. Any of you who follow my channel can access my posts. There sometimes I discuss things that I don't always discuss during a live stream. But it does appear that someone has joined us. Welcome aboard and good evening. It's a beautiful evening here. Just a few moments ago, the sun actually set behind my neighbor's mobile home. It's still a bit hot out back to sit directly in the sun. So we're sitting out in front of my mobile home and just kind of meditating on our flags and the trees, the sounds of nature, and the automobiles that occasionally go by as the heat comes off from the day. There is a little bit of a breeze out of the south. You can see it a little in the flag as it waves just ever so slightly. And we're wondering where you are tonight. And if you'd like to key in and check in through the chat. Excuse me, I have to cough. I spent a good portion of the afternoon inside, out of the intensity of the heat and humidity. I took a nice nap. And, of course, when that happens, then I get a little bit congested. And good evening to all of you. Looks like there's 4 of you who've come aboard. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful evening. Would you like to key something into the chat? Just say hello. And now it appears there's actually 20 people aboard, taking a look and just seeing what's going on. Please, any of you could enter into the chat. Looks like one of you actually gave us a thumbs up. Thank you so very much. We appreciate that so much. It means a lot. And now we've dropped back down to 8. You can hear the sound of an automobile approaching from behind me. Looks like somebody's going to be having a pizza for supper tonight. Let's see here. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit of input into the chat. Let me take off my glasses so I can read this. And Chuckaroo asks, New York? No. Southeastern Illinois. And Robert says, hope you're having a good day. Well, of course we are, Robert. It's always a good day when you folks check in and say hello during the chat. I almost said hello. In other words, hello and hi. Gee, that might be a new word. Hello? I don't know. Isn't it in Florida they used to play a game called Halai? Or I can't remember. And our friend, I believe he's the Greek, says, hey friend, how are you this evening, the Greek? How are you? I'm trying to remember what your name meant. It's actually typed in Greek characters, and I don't know how to read Greek characters. But it's always wonderful when anybody checks in the chat message. So Chuckaroo is asking, how's the temps over here? Well, I honestly don't know what the temperature is at the moment, but now that the sun is starting to set, in the shade and with the breeze, it's starting to really cool off some. You can really feel it. It's still got a lot of humidity in the air, but in the shade, it's not too bad. But I know that if I was a step, let me show you. You can see where the sun is back behind the trailer. I know if I was to step over into that in the moment, it would get mighty hot, mighty quick. And it looks like the pizza delivery guy, he's on his way back, or her way back to their next delivery. I'll tell you what, it looks like there's a bit of an overcast. Maybe we got a good thing in a good sunset shaping up. And the Greek says, in the fairest, an inscription on a golden apple in a Greek mythology story. And Chekaroo says, I could use a good breeze myself, LOL. Oh yeah. So listen, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick this show up, and it's gonna take me a few minutes to do it. But I'm gonna pick this show up and move it around to the back of the mobile home. It takes me about 5 minutes total to do this. So if you guys could hold, or guys and gals, anybody who's aboard this evening, kind of hold the fort for a few minutes. Let me move this all back to the back of the trailer. I'll move my chair and my little chair that I use as a footrest. And of course, I've got a tall cup of iced coffee. We'll move it around back, and we'll see what the sunset looks like from back there. I hope you're good with all that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start with the little chair. Okay, so bear with me, and here we go. Okay. Now see, this is what we're aiming to see this evening. Okay? Now it just takes me a few minutes to get everything all set up. So bear with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put up a black screen temporarily. Or actually, I can just flip the camera and can stare up at the trees. And then in a couple more minutes, I'll have the chair up and my coffee up. And then we can go ahead and just continue to enjoy the sunset. So hang on, everybody. It's going to be a pretty one. Okay, here we go. We'll see you in a few minutes. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm hurrying as quickly as I can. All right, everybody, take a look at this. Wow. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Just breathtaking. I have to tell you, folks, there's times I am left speechless. So let's just listen to nature and meditate on this beautiful, beautiful sunset. And thank you for the thumbs up. We always appreciate that. Zulu Roman says, Nolo 2, and Chuckaroo says, if only antenna wasn't there. I'm in upstate New York and they're putting windmills everywhere. I'd rather have the trees. Yeah. I lived up in central Illinois, around Bloomington Normal for 35 years. And my gosh, the windmills are everywhere there. But it's so ironic because I actually live in a rural town and there's literally no place around here to put up a windmill unless you go further out. And Crunch says hello. Hi, Crunch. As for the cell tower, well, you could always zoom in, I suppose, but I can't with this camera. But you can use your eyes to zoom in and just focus on the sunset itself. When I was a little boy, we had cousins that lived in Brea. and Brea, California, and Brea Canyon. And they had oil derricks all over the place. And if you use the right frame of mind, and you let the sunset overpower whatever man-made things are in the image, you know, it still can be stunning. And Chuckaroo says, same, I'm about 20 minutes from them. I'm more in the sticks. And Crunch asks, sunrise or sunset? It's sunset, Crunch. We're here right now looking at the sunset from Olney, O-L-N-E-Y, Illinois, in southeast Illinois. And our friend the Greek says, the Texas Panhandle has about 30 miles of densely spaced windmills. And Crunch says, okay, I'm in sunrise, 6:32 a.m. So that would put you (6:32 a.m.). That would be 10 hours, 10 and a half hours ahead of us. So I'm curious, Crunch, where are you? In the Greek, yes. The Greek said India, and Crunch says yes, India. It's amazing when you think about it. And Checkaroo says, beat me to it, LOL. Yeah. And Crunch says, very correct guess. That's one of the beautiful things about these live streams. People from all around the world participate. Can you see the sun's rays behind that one cloud? As it slowly slinks off to the north, and now the sun is starting to peek under it. Oh, how beautiful. And Crunch says, sun is going from there and coming here. Oh, I don't know. I think the sun is just there and we're just spinning around. And Chuckaroo asks, do you do these regularly? Oh, how I would love to. But so much of it depends on the weather and other obligations that I have. I'm very much the one-man show here, holding this camera and contributing a little to the dialogue. And it takes a bit out of my day to do these things, and unfortunately I have other things I have to focus on. But let's look at that sunset. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, it's so beautiful. And the Greek says, not a guess, I chat lots in games. The half-hour offset and being on the opposite of the world is the tell. And Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights, says, Happy Monday. Hey, everybody. Hey, Dan. Welcome back aboard. It's good to see you again. We're just chilling and watching the sunset. Looks like we've got another thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. We always appreciate that. And Crunch says, I have not done breakfast. Must be a late breakfast for you this morning. I haven't done supper yet either. I'm going to have to get around to that. It's still so bright. And Crunch is asking everybody, can you guess my breakfast? And Greek says, you mentioned coffee. Almost triggered me. I am trying to drop coffee for the summer. That's interesting. This past late January and February, I found out I have atrial fibrillation, and one of the things I had to give up was caffeine. And so now I've gone from fresh brewed, real, genuine Joe or instant, full-bodied instant, which I've consumed for so many years, and now I'm drinking decaffeinated coffee, iced coffee in the summer, and the decaffeinated coffee only has 15% of the caffeine that normal coffee does, so it's a compromise. And Crunch says caffeine is in soft drinks also. Yes, it is. There's so much that it's in. And Chuckaroo says, I made shish kebabs on the Black Stone for the kids and wife for dinner. Well, God bless you for that, Chuckaroo. Oh, it sounds so wonderful. I'm sure the wife and kids will appreciate that. You're a good man for doing that. I think tonight I'm actually going to have cold ham and bean soup over a little bit of cornbread, just to chill down by. And the Greek says rice and bindi, B-H-I-N-D-I, for breakfast. In Texas, we call bindi okra. Interesting. Oh, look at that sunset. And Crunch is asking, Greek, are you Indian? And Chuckaroo says, can't find good cornbread over here. Well, I'm kind of lucky. I've got some in the fridge freezer from a couple of years ago. And then my neighbor down the road made me some fresh just a couple of mornings ago. And Crunch says, bindi is okra. We call it bindi. And Chuckaroo says, or grits for that matter. Is it getting hard to find grits in Texas? Heavens to Murgatroyd. The grits is made from okra, isn't it? Looks like we've got another thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. And there's 7 people aboard. Welcome aboard. Go ahead and key something into the chat. We're just sitting here watching this beautiful sunset. What are you having for breakfast or supper, wherever you are in the world? And Crutch says, my breakfast is a half cup of tea and 4 slices of bread. It's something to think about, isn't it, Crunch? Sometimes that's all we need to get along, at least for a little while. And Crunch has put on a smiley face with some tears in it. Yeah, laugh out loud, I guess. I don't know. I hope. And the Greek says, I am Texan, Irish, English, German. My parents are from the north or Yankees. Grits is from corn. Okay, I stand corrected. And Crunch says, I don't drink tea much. Yeah, tea's a lot like coffee. You have to kind of moderate things. Somewhat of a treat. Something to meditate over. You can see the sun's now going beyond the tree line. Soon it'll be beyond the horizon itself. And perhaps it might even light the undersides of those clouds. But you can see how they're already backlit. Chuckaroo says, I usually skip breakfast except on weekends. Then it's time for pancakes with real maple syrup. Oh yeah, that is a treat. I remember how I learned how to drink coffee thanks to the Canadians. They make their coffee and always put a little bit of maple syrup in it. Just about, a tablespoon or 2 to a pot. And it's just enough to take the bite out of it, to smooth it down, and to mellow it out. It's amazing what maple syrup, just that tiny little bit, can do. And Crunch has made the observation that they're 10 hours ahead of us. Yep. We're definitely behind you, Crunch. We're definitely behind. And Chuckaroo's kicked in and he says, I do that too. Funny you said that. Oh, I kind of figured you did after you mentioned maple syrup. Yeah. I'll never forget when we had that for the first time. It was actually in Quebec back in 1981. I worked for Sperry Rail Service on the Canadian National Railways. And Chuckaroo's remarked, my neighbor is a bee farmer and makes maple syrup, so I always get the hookup. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's nice to have a friend that's a bee farmer. And Crunch has observed, I'm in the future. Perhaps. But all together, all of us, we're watching this live stream and participating in it. Future or past, we're sharing a moment. Interesting to think about. Well, it's about 01:15 or a little more, Universal Time Coordinated, on the 21st. I'm sorry, the 20. I have to look at my watch here. The 24th of June, 2025. I hope you've enjoyed the sunset we've shared. I know I have. And I sure have enjoyed having all of you aboard. All of you contribute so much. So much. And I'm so grateful for it. So remember, be kind and appreciative of all those things we have, especially the sunsets we share, and the moments we share with others. And be kind and respectful and give thanks in all things. And Chuckaroo's saying that he's going to head off the dogs need potty. Now, the night, everyone have a day or night. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wish Chuckaroo and all of you a wonderful evening and a beautiful morning. And good luck. Godspeed. And we'll see you around town.